Hello K-freaks! Today I'll show you how to make this gorgeous EXO clock. I made this one with the 12 EXO logos, but you don't have to. You can choose 12 logos of different K-pop groups and make your own clock. You can be as creative as you want. I love how it turned out to be, so leave me down below if you like it too. So, without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. We're gonna need a piece of thick cardboard, white glue, cutter or X-Acto knife, a piece of foam, some tissue paper or toilet paper, kitchen paper, anything, a clock machine and clock needles. They are very cheap, or also you can use one from an old clock that you have at home, a compass tool, black and silver paint, the template of the 12 logos, and a brush. I also forgot to mention double-sided tape and super glue. Let's get started. We'll take our piece of cardboard, and I wanted my clock to have an hexagon shape, but you can have it like just the regular round one. But if you want to make an hexagon, which is EXO's logo, you have to follow my steps. First, we will make a circle as big as we can in the cardboard. Make sure that you mark it very well. Now, starting from the center, we will just draw a line at diameter, and then with a protractor, I believe it's called, we will just start dividing the half of the circle. We will make marks at 60 degrees and 120 degrees. And now we'll just connect the center of our circle to the marks, both. This way, we will divide our circle in 6 parts, equal parts. Now, we'll just follow my steps. I don't know how to explain this, but just connect where the diameters touch the circles, so you will have an hexagon shape. Like this. And we are done. Now it's time to cut. To cut, we will be using a ruler and a cutter. Be very careful, because I don't want you to hurt yourself. Just make it calmly, slowly, and part by part. Don't go very fast, because you can hurt yourself. Once you're done, with a nail file, you just have to make the edges more even. You want them to be as smooth as possible. Then we will put again our hexagon on the cardboard and trace it. Now, starting from the edges, about 4 centimeters, we will make a smaller hexagon into it, because I want to make the part that will stand out and where the logos will be. So just follow my steps. Now we will cut it until we have something like this. I also made this shape, but it's very optional. I just want it to be a little bit more, I don't know. I just liked it. Now it's time to make the hole in the center. I'm using the X-Acto, but you can use a pen or something like this. Make sure that your clock machine fits perfectly on the hole, and once you're sure about this, you just have to make the hole in the other part, making sure that both fits perfectly together. Now it's time to glue everything down. You can choose any type of glue, but I decided to use double-sided tape, as I think that it works very well with this kind of projects. And yeah, just glue it down. For the center part, to make sure that you are gluing it the right way, just do that. Like put in the pencil again or the X-Acto, whatever did you use, and yeah, press very well. Now it's time to draw the logos on the foam. So you have so many techniques, but I show you what I did personally, but you can use your own technique, okay? I flip the sheet where I have the logos and then take something like a lamp. I'm using my lamp, but you can use like a window or anything like it's very bright from outside. And I'm tracing the shape with a pencil carefully. Once you are done, you just have to flip it again, like putting it up to the foam, and with something round, a scissors or anything like this, you just have to press hard so you will transfer the pencil to the foam. So before it gets erased or something, just redraw it with a black pencil so you make sure that it will stay there. Once you have all your logos, it's time to cut them out. I recommend you to use a very small scissors like the ones that you use for your nails, because you can get like all the details. So yeah, and the smaller parts you can use an X-Acto knife or still with the scissors as you want. But yeah, take your time and be very careful because we want the logos to be the more exact to the real ones. Once we have all our logos cut out, we have to figure out where we want them to be. If you made an hexagon like me, it's very easy. But if not, you have to measure it to make it like more even because it's a clock, you want it to be exact. To glue down the logos, I choose to use super glue, but you can use any glue that you want. I just think that it works very fast and very well. So yeah, making sure that you are placing it right, just press down. For the smaller parts, use a tweezers because yeah, it helps a lot. Okay, so here I've glued down all the logos and I also made like two circles from foam because I wanted the clock to have like more dimension. But yeah, this is very optional. Now we will take some water and some white glue and mix them together. We'll take our tissue or any paper that we choose and we will separate it because we want to use like the thinnest part of it. We will place the tissue where we want it to be and then start just pressing with the white glue and water like this. The most important thing that we want to lose like the shapes of the logos, so just press hard there without raking or breaking the paper. You can do as many coats as you want because the tissue mainly will give just dimension and texture to our clock. So, and also will help just the logos to not fall apart someday. So yeah, it's very up to you the way you want it to be. Just take your time, and the most important part, as I said, is that the logos doesn't have to lose any of their shape. For the left parts, you just have to like glue them on the back. And that's it. You have to leave it to dry for 24 hours. And now it's time to paint. First, we will start with our silver paint. You just have to cover the whole thing, like there is no mystery or science on this. And once you have covered the whole clock, you have to go with your brush and press very hard on top of the logos, just to make sure that you're not losing any spot or shape. And yeah, once it's completely dry, we'll go to the next step. We'll just mix some water with black paint, and with the help of a tissue, we'll just start brushing our cloak. Don't worry, because with the tissue you can just take almost everything. And with the tissue we will just press like this. What we want from this black paint, this mixture, is just to make the logos to stand out more. And you can do as many coats as you want. Maybe there is some parts that needs like more coverage than others. It just gives it this ancient look, and also, like, as I want my clock to be like an old stone or something like that. It just helps a lot. This is up to you. It depends on how you want like your final look to be, and I like mine to be darker, like this one. Last but not least, we will take a very thin brush and black paint, and we will just outline the logos, but very lightly. We just, yeah, as I said before, want them to stand out and don't disappear in the background. So yeah, we will do this to all the logos until like we're happy with the results. And then once it's dry, we just have to put our clock machine. You can paint the back, but I just liked it like this because it will not show. We'll put our clock needles, and we are done. You just have to turn on your clock. That was everything for today's video. I hope you liked it, and if you like more projects, this kind of projects, just comment down below. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram because we upload very frequently. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in some days. 안녕!